Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with the PickDawgz on the Pitch Soccer Crew, Goran, Kirk, and Jack. And thank you for joining us here for the Sunday video of the weekend slate. Not as many games as we had on Saturday, but still quite a lot, actually. I think 14 in this video, guys. Will be another good day, and then we can focus on the Champions League and the Europa League that we have going on next week. So stay tuned for that, of course. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. We appreciate it a lot. We have premium picks. Jack's been killing it. Kirk's been doing some good stuff with the NBA. I know that kicked off. World Series is about to be over. NFL's going on over the weekend, guys. So get on those long-term passes, sign up, and let's win some money together. Also, don't forget about our golden goal consensus. Text the word goal to 443-332-7127. And if you're one of those bettors who like to bet bigger amounts on a single pick, this is definitely the product for you. So if you're interested, like I said, text the word goal and we'll get you signed up with that as well. Jack, West Ham is hosting Newcastle. West Ham is definitely becoming the team that could get in serious trouble of relegation if they don't get it together soon.
Don't say I didn't warn you. If you've been back in West Ham this season, I told you. That's all I can say. Easiest fade of the weekend for me is West Ham, especially after a pretty solid performance from Newcastle against my boys last night. So, yeah, Newcastle really getting some momentum behind them, whether it's on the road or at home. So, I have to go with Newcastle here.
Newcastle has a few injuries, Kirk, and they are playing in the Champions League next week. They're playing against Bilbao at home. But this game against West Ham is a game that they should definitely win. However, they are still on the road in this game, so it could get a little bit hairy, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy game. West Ham have to start winning some games at home if they want to avoid this relegation zone. I don't know if they will or not, but I think they at least score here at home against Newcastle. I think Newcastle scores. I think it's a 1-1 or 2-1 game. Not a price I like with Newcastle at all.
I mean, with such a horrible defense that that West Ham has, I don't know why the books don't like goals in this one. The over 2.5 is priced at minus 127, so I'm gonna go with that. Whether or not we see both teams scoring, I think potentially we could. But then again, I'm not gonna count on it. I'm simply gonna take the over 2.5 in this one. Next game, Kirk, we have City, who won their midweek game. They are playing against Dortmund at home in the Champions League next week. Well, Bournemouth has been in a pretty solid form themselves.
Yeah, I mean Bournemouth is in second right now. Um, I don't know if that they're legit or not. I think this is a game that tells us something about them on the road against City, if they're really legit or not. I do think City get the win, but I don't think they are defensively sound enough right now, City, to keep a clean sheet. So I'll go for full value. I'll go City and both teams to score.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Bournemouth's performances on the road, they're scoring goals, Jack. They're scoring both at home and on the road, but the problem is they're conceding quite a lot on the road. And when you have to go play against City, that could get tricky.
Yeah, it's quite surprising that they are second in the league, and it's purely because Bournemouth have been rock solid at home. They've only won one game on the road in the league this season, yet the second. So, I mean, that says it all. City right now, they seem to be back in their groove, but having their own defensive issues, mine may stray to the week as well if they get 1-0, 2-0 up. This is a kind of 3-1 City game for me here. So I'll take the both teams to score an over. I wouldn't even mind both teams to score over and City to even boost this, probably to even money. So, yeah, take your pick.
Well, that's the
Uh,
same thing.
yeah, you kind of have to have go over 2.5 if you want both teams to score and City to win.
Over
So
3.5. Over 3.5.
yeah, that's probably plus 280 or something like that. I would say if Kirk's pick is plus 158,
Well, you know what?
then
Just take
you're
the 3-1 City. Forget what I just said. Just take 3-1 City.
yeah, I'm going with a pick that I haven't taken ever. over 1.5 goals in the second half, minus 133. I think that if either team has to chase the result after halftime, it could open up in the second half. And the price is pretty solid as well. Off to Serie A, Kirk. We have Verona against Inter. Inter played a midweek game and they won 3-0. It was a very good second half performance from them by Inter against Fiorentina. They scored a penalty, couple of quick goals in a quick succession. They got a 3-0 win, and they have a, let's call it, a weaker opponent in the Champions League next week at home against Kairat.
Never sleep on Kairat. Never. Telling you,
I
there's gonna
definitely
be
will. I definitely will.
there's gonna be that one game where Kairat or Paphos, one of those two teams, beats a giant this year. It's just gonna happen. And if you're getting plus 5,000 on Kairat, why not? I tell you, one of the 10 times it hits, if it's plus 5,000, you put 100 on all of them, you're up $4,000. If not, you're down 1,000. Who cares? I mean, the risk reward is worth
Sure.
it to me. Anyways, I
By
think
that
into
logic, every week I should spend $5,000 on lottery tickets because the one time I win, I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire.
not at all what it is.
Okay,
Not at
continue.
all what it is. But anyways, I'm on Inter minus 1.5 at plus money. I think they win this game 2-3-0 like they did during the week. Verona's not very good. So yeah, Inter minus 1.5 at plus money, easy.
I don't know, just could get a bit of a lazy game, in my opinion. That's why I'm not willing to push it further than minus one on the Inter. I think they get a win, there's no doubt about it. But this feels like a game where Verona could, I don't know, just have a solid defensive game, concede one, and just stop there. Maybe if we end up being lucky and Inter wins 2-0 or something like that. But then again, I could be totally wrong, and Inter's gonna get like a 4-0, 5-0 win on the road in this one. But I'm sticking to Inter minus one, minus 149, Jack.
You guys kind of said it for me. I mean, I haven't heard anyone say they think it's going to be a 3-2 or a 3-1, 4-1. I've taken to know it could be a lazy game from Inter or it could be an all-out brawl with Inter absolutely destroying Verona here. The last 5 of 7 head-to-heads, Verona have been beaten by Inter to nil. So, yeah, I'll take Inter to nil once again.
For our next game, Jack, we have Parma and Bologna. I mean, Bologna is doing a decent job again this season. Very solid defensively with only 7 conceded goals. The problem is that 6 of those 7 they've conceded on the road, and I know Parma's not scoring a lot, but do you think they can find a way to the net?
I mean, it's a Bologna team who are playing pretty well right now. I mean, their road form isn't insane because they're drawing games, but they're definitely winning as well. Especially, when you're playing Europe, they're not used to playing Europe. When you're going on the road and then you're coming back on the weekend, going away to Fiorentina and getting points there, it's very strong. So I like Bologna here. Don't really like Parma right now. Just not scoring enough. Defensively, you'll be fine, but you need to score goals to win games, and they just can't do that. So I'd rather side with Bologna.
Kirk?
I'm on Bologna as well. If I'm getting plus money, I know it's not going to be an easy game, but that's where I would lean towards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over 2.5, and it's actually plus 148, not minus 140, and that was a typo on my part. Like I said, I think that Parma could maybe snag one here. Whether or not they get a positive result, I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a shot for nice plus money with the goals in this one. Next up we have Milan versus Roma. Milan, they are in the, well, let's say a bit of a slump right now. Roma, however, is coming off of a win, a couple of wins in a row, that is for them. Milan, couple of draws in a row, Kirk. 2-2 against Pisa, 1-1 against Atalanta. But since they are the home team here, do you give them any advantage?
Roma hasn't drawn a game all year, but I think this is where it starts. Milan have 3 of their last 4 draws, and they just can't seem to get wins right now. I think this is a 1-1 2-2, 0-0 type of game. So I'll take the draw here, plus 210.
Yeah, I think this game stinks of a draw, to be honest, and I got nothing else to add here, Jack. I'm also going to take the draw.
Well, yeah, I mean, Roma are playing exactly how you should play football in the Serie A. AC Milan haven't lost a game in their last four, over the last four, but I'll use last four here. Roma have lost two of their last four, yet they sit on more points than AC. You play to win games, you are going to end up in the long run with more points as long as you're winning some of them as well. So, the tough one to call. I think this one's just going to see both teams to score. I can see a 1-1, to be honest. 2-2 is definitely possible. It's not going to be a boring one. I'll be tuning into this one. So, yeah, give me both teams to score even money.
Yeah, like you say, sometimes, Jack, a win and a loss is better than two draws. So,
It is 100% of the
uh,
time, yep.
yeah, there you go. Moving on to La Liga, then we have Levante and Celta Vigo as the first matchup in La Liga. Celta Vigo is on a decent run right now, undefeated in their last 5 games, Jack, on a 2-game winning streak. They've scored 5 goals in their last 2 games, so it seems like their offense is clicking. One interesting thing is that both teams to score has hit in their last, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of games. 3, 6, 9, 12 games, if I counted that right.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but that's LaLiga. Very attacking, very fast paced. Especially with these kind of caliber of teams as well. You know, you've got Celta Vigo, who theoretically are the better team, but they're on the road, so it does, throw question marks at the game. I don't like betting either side or straight down the middle here. I'm just going to go with a player prop. A player who has been creeping under the radar a bit in Europe. 6 goals for Ita Iyong for Levante already this season in the La Liga. So I'll take him to score again here. Still getting some good plus money to one of the most informed players in the league right now. I just don't hear people talking about him.
Yeah, and to add to that fact, Celta Vigo is playing in Europe next week. They're coming to Zagreb to face Dinamo. So we'll see how their lineup is going to look like in this game. I'm going to give Levante a shot here to score a goal. So both teams to score once again for as long as it's hitting in this Celta Vigo games, I'm going to take it. It's minus 152, Kirk.
Yeah, I could care two shits about this game. I'll take the draw and move on.
Only two, not five. What about the next game, Kirk? Then Barcelona versus Elche.
Yeah, I got the draw. Elche, why are you looking at me like that?
Do you have the draw though?
I
Are
have the
you a
draw.
Barca hater?
I'm
Is
not a
I
it?
do.
Barca hater. They're just not very good this year. That's all it is. Elche have 5 draws out of their 10 games and 3 wins. They've only lost 2 games all season. Yes, two of the losses were in their last 3 games, but I do not like how Barca's playing at all. They have a lot of injuries. They don't look good. I'll take my shot with the draw here in this game.
Let me tell you, this is a type of a game. This is a type of a game where you have teams like Barcelona and players of that team sharpening their form ahead of bigger games like Champions League or whatever comes after that. And I think this is where they step up their game. They did not look great against Real Madrid. I was the first one to admit that. They did not deserve a point, let alone a win out of that game. But they have to step it up. There are some injury issues. I think Pedri is going to be out of lineup for this one. But still, over 1.5 goals in the first half at minus 102. I would even take Barcelona team total over 1.5 goals in the first half for nice plus money, Jack.
Yeah. That first of all, if you concede the way that they conceded to Jude to make it 2-1, I mean, you don't deserve to win the derby. There is zero intensity there, and it didn't make sense. Funnily enough, when it was intense was at the end of the game when pretty much everyone and their dog got sent off. So, yeah, obviously you got to consider Pedri won't be in this game with those double yellows. I don't think it's going to matter. Like you said, Goran Barca in these sort of spots at home. although it's not the Camp Nou, this season they have been beaten up on teams. Valencia 6-0, Getafe 3-0. It's tough for me to turn down Barca to win this game by 2. So yeah, I'll take that.
After the next one, Kirk, your favorite team, Mallorca, is coming to the continental part of Spain.
Yeah, and
Base Betis.
they usually get smacked when they're on mainland. Um, so I have to take Betis and under 3.5 here, plus money. It's a 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, 3-0 game. All that's fine with me. Betis is a little bit too what you call it, too juiced for me to take on the money line. So I'll take them in under 3.5 for plus money. I think that's gonna be my new thing. They're too juiced, throwing under 3.5 or over 1.5, and just call it a day.
Yeah, they are a bit juiced. But to be honest, Mallorca won their last 2 games on the mainland in a row. So I don't know. There could be something happening with that team. But then again, you have Betis here who has to wake up 2-0 to Atletico Madrid at home. I don't mind that they lost that game, but the fact that they haven't scored a goal in their last 2 games, that's a bit of an issue. They have to get it going at some point. Uh, I'm taking over 7.5 shots on target, minus 130. Just seems like a bit too low of a line not to take, Jack.
Um, yeah, I hate Betis home games right now because obviously they're not playing at home. And they haven't really reflected. I mean, that has kind of reflected on the home results. Don't score against Atletico, you draw to Forest in Europe. You lose to Bilbao. This isn't the Betis we saw get to the final of the Conference League last season. So yeah, I don't love this game. If I was to pick anyone, it's Betis. But yeah, probably my least favorite here.
A couple of games in Bundesliga, guys, on Sunday. We have Köln versus Hamburg. Kirk, what do you like in this one?
Um, Calling at home, I like here. Hamburg, I'm not going to trust on the road all season. And even if they win 4 games on the road in a row, I still will not trust them on the season. I think they're one of the worst teams in the Bundesliga, and on the road is not where you're going to do most of your damage as one of those teams. Köln has actually looked decent against teams I thought they wouldn't look decent against, so I have to give them the nod here at plus money at home. It's kind of a good price.
Yeah, with Hamburg winning their midweek game in the DFB Pokal on the road. I mean, this is still a team that scored only once on the road in Bundesliga and not won a single game. I'm also having a hard time putting any money on Hamburg here. Could they score a goal? I don't know. Maybe it's time for them to open up on the road. But over 2.5 is what I have at minus 159. But I'm not a fan of this pick, Jack.
Yeah, I just can't see goals here, really. I mean, other than a few anomalies for both these teams this season, they don't really score. And those high-scoring games came way earlier in the season for both the teams. So, yeah, considering they've both played midweek as well, um, I can only see a tired performance from both teams. So, I'll take the under.
Now, Jack, next game could be interesting. We have Wolfsburg who lost to a second division team in the DFB Pokal 1-0. Hoffenheim lost after a penalty shootout, but in Bundesliga, Hoffenheim is doing a very good job right now.
Yeah, in all fairness, I mean, it was Kiel that they lost to in the week. And to be fair, Kiel gave Wolfsburg a tough couple games last season. So it means a lot more to Kiel in this sort of spot, in that sort of spot in the week. Yes, I'm surprised that they won, but I'm not going to look too far into that. Hoffenheim this season have been rock solid on the road. They lost in the week to Poli. I think it will actually do them better now not being in that competition. They can solely focus on the league here because they've got off to a great start, and I think that will continue. So give me the road team in this one.
What are your thoughts on this one, Kirk?
I'm on Wolfsburg here. They won their first game finally. In a while. They won it on the road again in a tough place to win. If you haven't won a while against a Hamburg team that was hot, I think they're gonna get the job done here. They're a team that stacks wins together and stacks losses together. So at home, as the underdog, doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, this kind of feels like a letdown spot for Hoffenheim. It's what they do. They have a few great games and then they disappear for a few games. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but do I see either side keeping a clean sheet? Do I see Wolfsburg all of a sudden keeping a clean sheet after being in such a miserable form? Absolutely not, especially against the hot Hoffenheim as they are right now. So um, Kirk is on Wolfsburg, Jackson Hoffenheim. I'm gonna go with goals, both teams to score an over 2.5, minus 130 in this one. The last four game of the video, guys, are in the French League One. We have Rennes versus Strasbourg as our first matchup here, Kirk.
Yeah, red money line for me. I don't like how Strasbourg are playing right now at all. I think I don't know. They're just relying on this one dude, Pinicelli, to do everything for him. I mean, he has 9 of their 24 goals. It's bizarre when you really think of it. He's almost half their goals. If he's not doing anything, they're not doing anything. And Ren, yeah, they haven't done anything. I haven't won a game in 5 games, but I think Strasbourg is way too reliant on one player right now. So I'll take the team at home on the money line.
Yeah, I don't often have premiums on ranked games, but I actually had the over and I almost cried at halftime when it was 0-0. But then all of a sudden, four goals in the second half. And I was like, holy crap, look at this. Ended in a 2-2 draw. And for as long as Strasbourg's games are hitting the over, and they are hitting the over a lot, I'm going to take the over once again. It's minus 140. I don't care who wins in this one, Jack.
Yeah, neither do I. I like both teams to score. I know it's juiced, but both these teams are scoring a lot right now. Strasbourg have been an over magnet all season. Rennes, I mean, they've had 3 goals in every game in the last four. What else do you need to know? I mean, even before that, they had a 0-0, then a 2-2, and a 3-1. I think that's plenty to go for. I'm surprised this both teams to score isn't minus 300 or something like that.
After destroying Metz, which is not a hard task, Lille had a miserable game against Nice on the road. They failed to score a goal at least. While Angers, I mean, they snagged a 2-2 draw against Marseille, Jack.
Yeah, a shock in the week for sure. I think Kirk fancied Nice, or he said don't sleep on Nice in this game or something like that. And fair
What
enough.
game?
The Nice Lille. But yeah, I didn't like Nice going into that game, but
No, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I slept on. I didn't sleep on him.
yeah, they look good. They look good, and
Good
it
at home,
kind of
shit on the road. Sorry.
no, you're good. Look kind of similar to how we saw them play last season. It's a tough one to call, really. What Lille we're going to see here. I mean, Angers haven't been great, but they haven't lost in the last three. I think Lille scrape a win here. I think this is going to be a boring one. Lille 1-0, maybe 2. I just don't see Angers scoring after a midweek game.
What are you thinking about this one, Kirk?
I'm thinking that Lille's gonna win this game after losing to Nice. Um, yeah, it's my new strategy. Take the team in under 3.5 to get plus money if they're juiced. I don't think it's gonna be a 6-2 game like we saw in some game this week, or like a 5-3 not Monaco. I don't think that shit happens here. So yeah, I will go with Lille under 3.5.
Yeah, and granted, there haven't been a lot of goals in this matchup in the past. Haven't seen the over in the last six games between these two teams. So, yeah, you could be on something. I'm taking first half draw plus 164. This is the price that you usually get around plus 200 or so. So the books are kind of expecting the slow game in the first half as well. Next up, we have Lens versus Lorient, Kirk. Lorient.
Oh,
What is
what an embarrassing performance by Lons on Wednesday, whenever it was. Absolute embarrassment to the city of
Yeah,
Lons.
too
Absolutely
many.
embarrassing. Absolutely. Um, but if that doesn't make them want to win the league even more, I don't know what will. They come out here, they're a little bit too juiced for me. Slap the under 3.5 into the play. Then you get some nice plus money. I don't get how this is plus 116. I do think it's a 1 or 2-0 type of game, but in case Lons is so pissed off they lost, they may make it 3. So yeah, Lons and under 3.5 from me. But don't sleep
Yeah,
on Lorient. Don't sleep on them either. Let me tell you. Not in this game, you can do all the sleeping you want, but they're gonna go down, and the breasts are probably gonna end up down this season. That's my prediction. Or Mets and Brest, those two teams.
you know what? Lens was miserable against Metz. But then again, Jack, do you think that Lille keeps, not Lille, sorry, that Lorient keeps on building after that 1-1 draw to PSG?
No, their road game's not good enough. Their road game's terrible. Lorient, just not them. They are not them. They lost to Angers on the road 2-0, didn't score. Lost to Paris FC on the road 2-0, didn't score. Got absolutely smashed by Marseille. Do I need to say more? This is the Lons bounce back. 4 wins at home in a row. I think Lons really make a statement here. 2-0, 3-0. Lorient aren't scoring.
Yeah, they did score only once on the road while conceding 10 goals so far this season. So yeah, not a good team on the road. All of us are on Lens in some way. Lens -1 for myself and Jack, and then Lens and under 3.5 for Kirk. Is it plus 116, Kirk, or minus 116? Plus
Plus,
116. That's another typo by me. My apologies. Last game of the video, Brest versus Lyon, Jack. Let me
Yeah,
guess, you're
Lyon.
on Lyon.
No, I'm not. I'm on the over. Again, Leon just kind of a over magnet all season long. Well, ever since the start of October. So yeah, I mean the 3-2 road game to Nice, 3-2 close one back and forth, and you can't. It's not that long ago that Brest were playing really well and were near the top of the league. Um, they just haven't been able to replicate the form, especially recently. But it's because of the defensive problems, in my opinion, not the offensive, and that's good for overs. So I'll take the over here.
Yeah, if you want the over to hit, in my opinion, I think you have to hope that Brest finally scores a goal, as they haven't in their last two games. But I'm going to take the over as well. It's -125 on my book, Kirk.
yeah, I'll take Leon here on the money line. I just said I think Brest are gonna get relegated, so I have to stick by it. And the only way you get relegated is if you lose a lot of games, and I think they lose this one.
Well, there you have it, guys. That's it for this video. Thank you for joining us. We haven't even got to the 30-minute mark. So that's kudos to us. We were a bit quicker in this
Well,
video.
Grandpa came on in a bad mood before the video, so I didn't want to go at him this video.
It's late, Kirk. It's late. I was
It's
supposed to
eight
be
o'clock.
asleep already.
It's 8 o'clock.
That's late, man.
That's
I'm not
Jack's
as
like
young as
that's
you.
that's Jack's noon.
That's true.
Oh, that's it, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you soon.